Hi guys, I'm Mikey, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can create a SaaS onboarding flow for your SaaS business, for any other business you're making, for your app that you want to build in a few minutes just using AI. I'm going to use MagicPath to do that. MagicPath is an AI powered design tool where you can quickly prototype and iterate and then create concepts and components which you can then take forward as a design or bring directly into code and send to developer. So let's get started. So I've got my prompt. I've said I want to create a SaaS onboarding flow, build a professional multi-screen onboarding flow for a B2B collaboration platform. The flow should include a welcome screen, showcase some features and benefits in separate steps, and then have a sign-up form with email, a multi-step user profile setup with a persona and company size inputs, and a final dashboard empty state with start your first project button. Design the flow to be clean, intuitive, and easy to navigate for new users. I also want it to be split into two columns with the content on the left side and an image on the right side column. See the image attached for a rough desired layout. Don't implement yet, let's think about this and refine. And this is the image that I'm going to attach to it. So a simple sketch I've made, and then I'm going to upload it here, and then we're going to enter it and see how we can refine this prompt. Before we get started, I'm just going to select a design system as well. So you can use your own custom design system by clicking here, and then you can upload and import your own. But for this, we're just going to choose the existing Airbnb design system, and then we're going to press enter. Okay, great. Your two-column wireframe layout is clear. Content left, visuals right. Would you like a sidebar style or a wizard modal navigation flow steps? Any color or style preferences. And then we've already selected our design system, so I don't think we need to put the color or style preferences. So we'll say, let's have sidebar style, and then that's what it says. Perfect sidebar navigation. It is. You want progress indicators. Okay, let's have small progress indicator. A simple line / bar at the top. Let's send that. Sounds great. Let's include a thin progress bar at the top with a sidebar that's always visible. Let's build a layout now. And then it's going to implement this, and you can see it build it live in this component box. So MagicPath is finished, and as you can see, we've got the 4-step sidebar, and we've got a visual indicator at the top as well. And we can press next. Press next again. Okay, this doesn't work, but clicking here does work. So we just say next. Okay, so we can simply say make sure clicking next on step 2 takes me to step 3, and then hopefully should fix that. But as you can see, we've got 4 very simple steps, and we've got a placeholder image on the right, a placeholder section that we can put our own images on the right side as well. Okay, unfortunately that didn't work, but I came here and I clicked on this edit component, and I clicked on the actual button I wanted to change the function of, and I said always make sure that when I click this button on step 2 it takes me to step 3, and that seemed to work. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come off this, and let's say that in here we don't like this font, it's quite generic. So I can click on this H1, I can go to the typography section, and I can click on font family, and I can select something that better fits our brand. So let's say Helvetica, then I can change it to Helvetica, and I click save. And that's a simple way you can edit the design that MagicPath has created without actually burning any or wasting any credits. So it's completely free, and you can just keep doing this and make little changes, little tweaks to your design. And as you can see, all of these headings have now been changed to Helvetica, which looks really good and less generic. So let's also change the body font as well, make this design more cohesive. So I'm just going to click on Helvetica again, and click on this, and then click on Helvetica as well, and click on save. Let's say I wanted to change this placeholder with an actual image. For example, an image I've made in Midjourney, I can either simply come here to Midjourney, I can either download this image, or I can right click and click on copy image URL, which I'm going to do. I'm going to go back into MagicPath, I'm going to click on this, press edit, click on this div, I'm going to say put this Midjourney image in this div instead of the placeholder. Spell it properly, and I'm going to paste the URL there, and I'm going to click on generate, and hopefully it will change this placeholder to the Midjourney image URL, and then it will make our design and our brand feel more human and realistic. And just like that, we have a new image in our step, and as you can see, it just brings the design and the brand a little bit more together as well. And then it's used the same image for all of them, but you can obviously change that, use a different image for each step. Now, let's say we wanted to make this a dark mode or dark theme. We could click on variants, and then we can say make this design dark mode, and press enter. And what it's going to do is going to create 3 different variants, hopefully all of which are dark modes of this light mode we see here, and then we'll be able to choose the one we like, maybe combine some elements between the two or all of them, and then have a final design that we can take forward. You can see here that MagicPath is creating 3 different variants, all of which should be dark mode, and then we'll see what it generates when it's finished. So we have 3 different variants, and they're all dark mode. These 2 have the same image, and MagicPath has chosen a different image for this one, but this has the orange and black theme. This has like a blue and dark blue theme, so is this one. And I think these look nice, and these fit our image actually a little bit more. But let's say I don't like this sidebar, and maybe I just want to remove it. I can say, well, I can click this, and then I can scroll to the bottom and click on delete element, and I can press save, and then it will just completely remove the sidebar. Maybe we don't need it. We have a visual indicator at the top, so we don't really need the different numbers on the side. So when we press save, MagicPath will save that, and then we can further refine our idea. And it saved that, and once again that didn't use any of our credits. And then we have this here, and maybe we want to make this button a little bit wider, so let's say 130, maybe even bigger, let's say 150, like that. We can press save. Maybe at the end of our onboarding flow, we're on to pricing section, and what we can do, we can create this in a separate component. We can double click, and then we can remove this because we're using a different style from this. We can say create a pricing section for a SaaS company using, and then we can press the at button, and we can reference the design, which is called multi-step wizard layout variant 1, and we can say using this as a style reference, put brackets, copy the styling, and use the context to create the pricing section plus pricing section details. And we press enter, and hopefully it will create a new pricing section that we can put at the end of our onboarding flow. These are 2 different components, by the way, and hopefully it will also match the style of this multi-step wizard layout variant 1. So as you can see, MagicPath is building this live, and we can see it slowly put it together element by element, putting all those different sections and blocks together to create our final component. MagicPath is now finished generating this pricing section, and as we can see, we have 3 different tiers. Just make this a little bit wider. So we have 3 different tiers, and we have 2 different tabs at the top, one for monthly pricing, one for annual pricing, and as you can see, it changes as well. which is really nice. And we have a little call to action as well that says contact our team. All this will be really useful if you're building an app or a SaaS business. So that was a quick breakdown of how you can quickly idea and iterate and create a SaaS onboarding flow for your SaaS company, for your business, for the app you're making as well, and how you can reference different designs to create new components in MagicPath, which you can then put together into a collection of components or a system, which you can then use to take outside MagicPath and design and build and implement. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, any queries, any comments, leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.